Hello gamers and welcome to a brand new buff breakdown. So with the release of the Dragon Tamer event, we got a bonus. Not just 2 new servants, we got a buff to an old one and a fairly popular old servant. None other than OG Medusa Rider. Yes indeed, snake love all around. They finally remembered she exists because she only ever had an MP buff and it was not a pretty one. So hopefully today's buff is good. I have not even read it yet, so doing this live because I just finished covering the servants. So yeah, let me read the buff and then we'll get going. So previously on a 5-turn cooldown, her second skill gave her 30% attack for 2 turns. How sad. Not even 3 turns. Even that would be an underwhelming skill. That was not good. So let's see what they changed. So now in the same 5-turn cooldown, she still gets 30% attack, but now it's 3 turns. Pog, good uptime, good. And then we got 2 new lines. She gets 30% crit damage for 3 turns, and most importantly, a cool line, 50% power mod against immobilized enemies for 3 turns. Now what this means is that all enemies that cannot act, sleep, charm, stun, petrify. Yeah, you see where I'm going with this? Yeah, she has her own mystic eyes. It's still not the best thing ever. It's a 100% chance on a 6-turn cooldown to petrify for 1 turn, but it is self-enableable, so that's cool. And then you can obviously bring other allies that might be able to, you know, spread the love to allow her to utilize this, because that's a lot. 50% is a good amount of power mod, and the crit damage is nice too, because she is a quick servant. Now sadly, she, despite being a quick servant and having an AoE MP, her MP is 1 hit, and her quick cards are only 2 hits, in which there are 2 of them, and her buster is 1 hit, so she herself absolutely does not generate that many stars. She has a good amount of star generation up though, especially for the party too, but yeah, you're gonna have to rely on your allies to get her some stars still. Luckily for her though, she is a rider, meaning her base absorb is basically as high as it gets, so if you do get more stars, you don't even really need absorb. She's gonna be eating up stars as is, so hey, that at least you don't have to worry about. But you do need to get a bit more stars for her to get going with this buff. But the power mod itself is cool. That is a nice one. I don't think, does anyone else have an anti-mobilize power mod? Well, I think Kashin Koji had like an anti-bound one, but that's a specific one. That's not against all immobilized stuff. It was her specific version of stun, basically. Because there's like 3 stuns. There's stun, petrify, bound. It's weird. They all have the same icon too, but they're practically the same, minus specific niche cases like Kashin Koji. But yeah, this one works against all of them as far as I know. So as long as the enemy is immobilized, be it, you know, charm, stun, bound, petrify, sleep, maybe something I'm forgetting, terrify, stun too, it should all work with this, of course. Now, is she chaotic evil? She's chaotic good. Ooh, so close. So she doesn't have full Dolman synergy. It would have been really good if she was chaotic evil, because Dolman also not only a good help for, you know, servants like her, but also would potentially provide, you know, terror stuns to help with that power mod. You can maybe still, you know, pair them up anyway, but you do lose out on quite a bit of buffs, sadly. But yeah, there's other options for supports too. But the thing is, you kind of want supports that help her do damage, get stars, and also, you know, hopefully apply some kind of immobilization. Because this buff lasts for 3 turns, and her own immobilize is only 1 turn. So it would be kind of a waste if you don't have anything else. I guess you could combo with the other sisters. That's the funny part. But their target would have to be male, because they do have a lot of charms between them. But I like it. It's a nice buff. It's a very lore-fitting buff, and it certainly makes a skill that was trash look way better now. So on the rider tier list last year, we were pretty rough on her. She's near the bottom at D+. And with this, I think I'm gonna move her to like C at least, but I'm not sure if even that high. Maybe a C+. She has a bit more damage potential now. Her farming still doesn't work, obviously. Forget about that. It's all about her damage potential. And I think she could maybe do some stuff now, especially if someone can come up with a cool comp that, you know, helps her with stars and more immobilized debuffs. So it's a start. It's a start. But they definitely need to do more, okay? If she ever wants to be, like, you know, more picked, I guess. But hey, Medusa fans, rejoice. It's a buff. As far as I know, there were no other new buffs today, but there's always a chance there could be some later down the line in an event. They've been doing that a lot these days, so stay tuned. There might be more to come. There's definitely no shortage of snake-related servants, so there could be other ones. So if you enjoyed this buff breakdown, hey, do me a solid and press the thumbs up button on it. It really helps out, of course. And hey, do subscribe not to miss out on future videos, including possible buff breakdowns like I just mentioned. And if you're summoning for Bishone or Kurohime, good luck. And thank you for my patrons in the screen right now, and Suit for being a big YouTube team member, supporter, and otherwise. See you in the next video, and it's right tomorrow on the NA side. You know what I'm talking about. Peace out.